Hi everyone, it's Ash here again, and I'm just going to be quickly running you through the CREO Portfolio, which is one of the 3 portfolios you'll be completing this semester as part of MEC 1110. So similar to the Technical Sketching Portfolio, which the video should be up on Canvas for, and the Manufacturing Portfolio, which kicks in week 7. The CREO Portfolio is a 6-week portfolio, which runs from week 1 to week 6. Which you will do as well as the Technical Sketching Portfolio in the first half of the semester. So a bit different from the Technical Sketching Portfolio, the CREO Portfolio is based on completing a range of CAD tasks. So CREO is the software that we'll be using for this course. The task for this assessment will include modelling the parts, creating assemblies and exploded views, and utilising the mechanism feature. So again, as I said in the technical sketching video, don't panic if you don't know exactly what these are straight away. You will learn over the course of the semester. So again, there's the background section here that you can read in your own time if you're interested. But the instructions are as follows. So each student is required to complete an individual competency assessment. So again, please don't work in groups. This is meant to be an individual task. There are 6 elements which form the basis of the CREO Portfolio, which are documented here. Each element is to be submitted weekly in class with the results recorded on Canvas. So once you've completed your tasks, you'll bring them either on a USB or upload them to Canvas. I would strongly recommend you bringing them in on a USB for this part of the course, because if there's anything wrong in class that we pick up on before you submit, we can actually fix that up. If you've got the files there, we can show you how to fix that up in the class time. So upon completion, each student uploads their work to Canvas to be marked weekly in class. So as I just said, be marked weekly in class by one of your demonstrators or tutors. The marks for each session will be recorded, and the best 5 of 6 will be used to determine your total marks. So similar to the technical sketching, we take the best 5 of 6. So if you're away for a week, or you're sick, or you have something like you just can't make it to class that week, do not panic, you won't be disadvantaged. We will take the best 5 of 6 marks, as each of the assessment tasks in this document are weighted equally. And then we will use that to determine your grade for the final 15%, which is what this CREO Portfolio is worth. So a side note for this as well, it is recommended that all students install CREO on a personal/home device. So the idea behind these tasks is that we give them to you now in week 0 or week 1, whenever you're watching this, and you work through this at your own time, at your own speed. You can ask us, feel free to send us questions and things during the Q&As and the help sessions. Then you come to class and we mark it off. So it makes it a lot easier to do this if you have CREO installed on your computer at home. There will be a video uploaded to Canvas showing you how you can get CREO on your computer at home, which I would strongly recommend that you do. But if not, all of the computers on campus, including all of the ones in the library, do have CREO installed as well. So you are completely fine to work through it here on campus as well. There are 3 videos that are recommended before you start. So again, the install video, how to upload your submissions, so uploading the CREO Portfolio. And previous years we've used CREO 9. Now I am only filling in for this course for 1 year, so I did not have time to remake all of the videos to CREO 12, but the only thing that should change is the color palette. So if you watch the software overview, all of the weekly videos as well for this course will be in CREO 9. However, everything that we are doing still functions exactly the same. The only thing they tend to change are the more higher end, like simulation based things, which we won't be using in this course, so it should be okay. So the CREO 9 software overview video will be uploaded as well. So we'll move forward now just to quickly go through. So this is the week 1 task. So modelling with extrudes. Using the skills you have practiced from the modelling with extrudes video, make a CREO model of the following parts. And there are 3 parts here to do. And the drawings for these parts can be found in the week 1 folder on Canvas. So if you go to the Canvas page and you find the module for CREO week 1, all of the details for these parts should be found there, and then you can feel free to follow the videos as well. There is an extrudes example, I believe, that is up that will be very helpful for this week, that shows you how to run through and do all of the actions you require to complete these parts. Now, once you've done that, you want to take a screenshot of that part. So please don't use your phone to take a photo of the computer screen, because it makes it super difficult to see. You kind of just want to use the snipping tool to take a screenshot of the part and then you can use that. You can save that as a JPEG or whatever and upload that to Canvas. That's completely fine. There is a video that shows you how to do that though. Same as the technical sketching portfolio, there are questions that come with it. So there are 3 questions here and the marking criteria as well. So parts that are harder are worth a few more marks, but again, please attempt to try everything. You can get partial marks in these things as well. So like, do not stress about if it's wrong, you'll get nothing. If it's wrong, you'll still get something. So we'll move on to week 2. So modeling with revolve. So this is a different technique that you will learn through the lecture and CREO videos. So there are 2 parts you have to model this week, which is the spindle clamp and the roller. Again, the drawings are found on Canvas under CREO week 2, and upload an image just as you did before, along with the answers to your quiz questions. So it should be pretty much rinse and repeat at this stage for the rest of them. Modeling with patterns and constraints. That's a new technique you will learn this week. Then there are 4 parts for you to do here. That will be, again, week 3 folder, and submit an axonometric view of them for your tutor to mark in class, along with the quiz answers. Now we'll come down to modeling with keyways and cosmetic threads. All of the documentation you need to do this, again, is on Canvas. So using the skills you've practiced from the modeling with keyways, make a CREO model of the following. Now, when you do the keyway section, there is a table that we have copied from Boundy that tells you how to, tells you the correct dimensions for each of the keyways. I will run through that in the Q&A, and I believe there also is a lecture on it as well. If that's confusing or anything like that, please feel free to reach out to your tutors during the class time and ask them about that. But the files and a copy of that table will be uploaded so that you won't have to go looking for it. It should all be there ready to go. And then you've got the quiz again and the marking criteria. So, okay, this is the week 5 task. So this is where you start to make your major part of the CREO portfolio. So this year we're going to do an assembly which is of a log splitter, which is something that you will load a log of wood into, and then it will cut it into smaller pieces. You'll actually be modeling a fair portion of this yourselves. You will then do the assembly and you'll make the mechanism so you can actually see it working, which is really, really cool. So the week 5, you actually get given all of the drawings required to make the log splitter. But there are only 4 parts that are required for submission here. So a lot of the parts are really, really simple. You should be working through these during the week and adding them to your folders and stuff. You have 2 weeks, I guess, to model all of the parts, but I would recommend trying to get as many of them done during this week as you can. But it does say again in here and highlighted, only the above parts are required for submission, which are the 4 of the more complicated ones. But students will need to model all the parts listed to be modeled in the drawing set for later portfolio tasks. So then again, you upload an image of these parts under week 5, complete the quiz, and then you move on to week 6. So this is the log splitter that I was talking about before. So you will be fully modeling this and putting it together, and this is what you'll be doing in this week as well. So you have the assemblies. This is why I was stressing that you would need to have modeled some of the other parts beforehand, because to be able to do the full assembly, you need to have all of the parts ready to go. So this week's task is to actually assemble that. There are videos and lecture material that walks you through how to do an assembly. And again, if you get stuck, please reach out in class, or I can do a bit more of an explanation in the Q&A. And then there's a video on how to do mechanisms as well. That's so that it will actually start moving and you will see the slider move back and forward and the wheels start spinning, which is kind of cool. And then you will upload a axonometric view of your complete assembly, and then it shows you in the lecture videos how to output a video. So you will actually be uploading a video of your log splitter mechanism as well, which is kind of cool. And then you've got the quiz and the marking criteria as standard. So when you get to the end here, these are your 6 tasks for the CREO portfolio. Again, as I said at the beginning, it's the best 5 of 6. However, it is going to be a bit difficult if you miss one of these key ones, which is like the additional modelling, because you will struggle to be able to do the assemblies and mechanisms. So with this one in particular, I would stress, even if you are sick or you miss a week, I would still try and model these parts and try and get through it as best as you can, because it will just make it so much easier for later weeks when you're trying to catch up. And I believe that's all I need to go through for this one. So I will move on to the manufacturing portfolio, which will be uploaded in a separate video on Canvas.